right at the top. Over 31st. Good morning, Denver, Colorado. You've tuned into the Jeff Bill Show, News Talk 710 KNUS. I'm your co-host, Jeff Hunt, along with Billy Thorpe, bringing you the freshest insights, hottest takes from the right, left, and center. Congratulations. You woke up in the greatest country in history, and we're off and running. We got a whole morning planned for you with engaging discussions, critical analysis, but most importantly, your calls and texts, because this is where Denver's voice is heard loud and clear. So grab a cup of coffee, Denver. Let's dive into the issues that matter most to you right here, right now. We've got a whole lot to cover. I'm dressed up mega trash today, Billy. If you go to the 710 KNUS YouTubes or X or Rumbles, you can see me live there. I got my trash bag on, got my mega hat, cowboy hat. I think it's going to be the Halloween costume of the year, dressing up like a bag of trash. But did you see Donald Trump yesterday? Shows up driving, or at least riding in the front seat of a trash truck. It was amazing. Oh, did he? No, I didn't. Yeah, getting into a trash truck would be a challenge. Now, Phil, are you the Hamburglar? I love it. Which band? Aquabats. Very cool. He's in disguise. You could go rob a bank. No one would know who you are. Right, right. I love it. Well, we're going to talk to Lisa Frizzell, Colorado House of Representatives, District 45, about Jenna Griswold, the update. What are House Republicans going to do? And did you see she fired the employee that did this? You peon. Get out of here. Yes, exactly. And, George Brockler tweeting out some good comments about the law that she not only helped pass, but then broke. Hmm. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Natalie Menton, taxpayer advocate out of Jefferson County, is going to join us in the 8 o'clock hour to talk Jeffco 1A. What does it mean to de-Bruce the county? Is it a good idea? I'll help you. No, it's not. It's a terrible idea. We'll be talking about that with her in the 8 o'clock hour. And the 9 o'clock hour, Robin Carnes is going to join us. She's a candidate running to help build a bigger buffer of Republican control in the Colorado State Senate. She's running from Centennial. She'll be joining us at the 9 o'clock hour. And then, dude, I dove deep into Alfred Packer yesterday and the controversies around him. Dude, this thing is wild. So if you're... Yeah, right. Did you? They, up at CU, they had a cafeteria where they did votes on it, and it was named the Alfred G. Packer Memorial Grill. And then the slogan was "Have a friend for lunch." So if you don't know the story of Alfred Packer, it's so complicated. But bottom line, dude heads up into the mountains with 5 other guys, walks back into town 65 days later, all alone, but not emaciated, because the dude was eating the guys he went up into the mountains with. Goes to trial 2 or 3 times. Originally is found to be guilty and to be hung, but on a technicality gets off of that, goes back to prison again, gets sentenced to 40 years. And then lo and behold, the Denver Post stepped in to create a campaign to get him out. He gets out after 16, spends the remainder of his life as a security guard at the Denver Post, but essentially killed the 5 guys he was with. And then, they did 16 years in prison, escaped jail at one point, gets found in Wyoming. This was all right as Colorado was coming in to statehood. So that had to deal with some of the legal technicalities. But yeah, essentially killed the guys while they were sleeping with hatchets, and then stole all their money, shows up in town, claims to have had to eat them because he was starving, but not that emaciated. A little plump, actually, when he came down. So this is a wild story, and on this Halloween morning, we'll dive into that and more. But first, news and comment with Blake Olson. Good morning, Blake. Well, and there's all these news articles. Gazette and 9 have all run news articles that say, well, maybe he wasn't found guilty of cannibalism, which he wasn't. It's not actually illegal. Yeah, well, this is where it's kind of interesting with the technicalities. One, it's still not really illegal to you don't get charged with cannibalism. You get charged with desecration of a corpse. So, and then 2, he was found, like, if you eat somebody that has died naturally in order to survive, you actually don't get brought up on charges for it. But that's not what he did. This guy was a total loser, right? Was going from town to town to town, telling people he could help be a guide. Nobody liked him. He got kicked out of the army twice. He was a real mess. Oh yeah. Whiskey drinker, right? Well, that was one of the things when he walked back into town, he didn't ask for food. He asked for whiskey. That's why some people were like, wait, what? So he convinced these guys to follow him up to Breckenridge, and he basically killed him and robbed him. And when he shows up back into town and he has all these changing stories and that stuff, this guy has no money. He's a recluse. He's poor. But all of a sudden, he's starting to stay in these nice hotels. And then he bought horses, and he's more plump. He stole all their money. Like, this one guy had essentially what was equivalent to of $160,000 today on his body, and he just stole it. He just killed these guys and stole it. And yeah, of course. But then there's a whole political side to this, dude. Yes. Do you want to hear this real quick? All right. So upon his conviction, the judge, here's what the judge, right? Now you have to remember that this was right after the Civil War. And it was Republicans and Democrats hated each other, right? They went to war after all this. And so this is this is what the judge said upon convicting him. Standing up, yeah, ferocious, man-eating son of a gun. He doesn't say son of a gun. He says something else. This is actually like the transcript. And receive your sentence. When you come to Hinsdale County, there was 7 Democrats. But yeah, you got 5 of them. Darn you. So he says, he says something different, but I can't say it on the radio. I sentence you to be hung by the neck till you're dead, 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 as a warning against the or against reducing the Democrat population of this county. Packer, you Republican cannibal, I would sentence you to hell, but the status forbid it. That was Packer, you Republican cannibal. You're reducing the Democrat population of this county. Yeah, that's exactly right. But can you imagine the phone call she got from Democrat leadership yesterday? Like national leadership who are going, you are giving Donald Trump everything he needs to be able to stomp and say that the elections weren't run fairly and all that stuff. I bet she got calls all day from national Democratic leaders calling for her to resign. No. Did you do trivia last night? Yeah. Wow. Busy Halloween. Yeah, no worries.